Hey hi and welcome back to the last topic of this module, which is about layout errors. So there is actually only one video in this topic and which is about layout errors. So in this particular video we are going to discuss about the different errors which will be present or across which you may come. Okay, so all those errors we are going to discuss in this video. Along with that we will see whether there are any errors in the layout or not. Okay, alright, so now let's start with this video. Alright, so in order to resolve the errors or warnings related to the layout, we have to click on this particular option. But prior to that, you should rat nest. You should click on this option, which is rat nest. And once that is done, later we have to click on this option, which is for warning. Okay, and you can see here we don't have any errors or warning. We had some warning related to air wires, which we already resolved when we did the layout of our hardware. And at this moment, we don't have any kind of errors or warning in our design. But still, let me discuss some errors and warning, because you may come across these errors and warning when you will do the layout. So now, as I have done this particular layout for you, okay, so that's the reason there are actually no warnings and error. But when you will design the layout for the first time, then definitely you will get some warnings and errors. Okay, so let me show you one warning or error. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just move this track near this particular track. And if I go to the errors option, then you will see we are getting 3 issues related to clearance. Okay, so this is actually telling us that this particular track is too close to this track, and we are going to face the problem during the manufacturing, because the distance between these 2 tracks are very close. It's very less. So it might happen that these 2 tracks may get short circuited. So in this case, whenever you get the clearance related issue, you just have to move the track or that particular component from the, or you have to resolve that particular issue. Okay. So if I move this track, and you can see automatically that particular issue will get resolved. So that was actually the issue related to the clearance. Now, if I move this, for example, if there is any track which is crossing another track, then you are going to get this kind of error, which is actually related to overlap. Okay, so there is overlap here. Again, this entire track is actually overlapping. So if I move this track at the appropriate position or remove the overlap, then automatically that particular error will get it will get disappeared. Now again, if you place a track too close to the edge of the PCB, then you are going to get one more error. You can see, so we are getting the error related to dimension. So this actually tells that this particular track is actually too close to the the dimension of PCB or the edge of the PCB. So it might happen when the PCB manufacturer will cut this border. At that time, the track may get cut if you place this track too close to the edge of the PCB. So whenever you get this dimension related issue, you have to place that particular component or track away from the edge of the PCB. And in the same way, if you place a component too close to the edge of the PCB, again you are going to get the dimension related issue. Okay, in the same way, for this particular component we are going to get the dimension related issue. And what if you place a hole on a track, then you can see you're actually going to get the dimension related issue. So let me do something. I will just copy this mounting hole, and what I will do, I will place this mounting hole on this track. So with this we are actually going to get the dimension related issue, because when we will create the PCB or when the PCB will be manufactured, there will be hole. Okay, and this particular track will be completely disappeared, and the current will not flow in this on the input side of this 7805 IC. So I will show you how exactly it look like in manufacturing window. So that's why the manufacturing window is actually very helpful. From this you get to know you actually get the good clarity about how exactly the PCB is going to look like once you receive it. So you can see there is actually a hole here. Okay, so likewise, these kind of errors or problems you may face when you will design the layout, and that's how basically these are actually most common errors or warnings, and most of the time you are just going to get these errors or warning. Okay, alright, so that's what I wanted to tell in this video, and this was basically the last topic of this module, and we have completed this particular module properly, and I hope that every single thing that we discussed in this module is now clear to you. But still, if you have any kind of doubts, then definitely you can reach to me and I will help you with that. Okay. Now I will see you in the next module.